I have a genuine question. Does anybody out there still actually care about Archer? I am asking because I am looking at this tier list and I'm realizing I remember surprisingly few of these characters. Like, there's the obvious ones, and I know I've seen all the episodes, but a lot of these characters I just don't recognize. And I'm just like, has it just been that long that I just stopped caring? Or is there something here that I'm just missing? I honestly don't know. And now with the whole passing of Jessica, it's I don't know. Is it too late to do this quiz? Can I back out? I don't remember so many. Okay, I'm just gonna go through and literally just plop in the ones that I don't remember directly into D tier. I can try to remember them afterwards, but honestly, I don't know if I will. I don't remember the dog. He was the guy who was supposed to be his father. I recognized some of them. He was Christian Slater was the character. Okay. These are the ones I honestly don't recognize, and I know I've seen them. I know they're important characters. I know that stuff happened with them, but I'm just shocked that I remember I know Christian Slater was a character, but I don't remember who he played. Like, is this weird? Is it weird to do this quiz? Remembering so few of the characters? And also, this show's, like, jumped off a cliff multiple times now. And, like, is it gonna end anytime soon? Is it past its, well, obviously, way past its prime. But, like, I enjoyed what they tried to do with it for a while now. But then I'm just like, it hasn't worked for a while. Like, just as a show, the entire show just hasn't been anything. I'm literally spending a minute or so just talking about how little I still care about this show that I used to think was great. Anyways, let's just do it. Who are the characters in Archer that are the best? God, they all suck, don't they? There aren't even any good characters anymore. They've all been ruined, but they were never good characters to begin with. They were all kind of awful. Very, very Arrested Development style. Just flaws on flaws on flaws. And it's just... God, do I hate this show? I think I might hate this show. Okay, Barry. Barry was a fine foil. He was fine. Cheryl, probably the best. Well, used to be the best part of the show, and now is just confusing. There's no consistency anymore. That's the issue. Like, Cyril had this whole badass persona for a while, and it made him a better character. But now he's just gone back to being a wimp, and no one really knows what to do. No one knows what to do with the characters in the show anymore, and it's frustrating. Like the father, or who was supposed to be the father. But that wasn't well planned out. That wasn't thought out. The wife, it was... She was good. I'll give her that. How do I rank this? Like, is it just the levels of character I hate least? Because right now, like, all of them as characters, they work together, but none of them are especially good. But they're all good because they're all unique. Okay. I'm gonna step it back a little bit. Memorability and consistency. This is how I'm going to rank these characters. Barry is consistent. Barry is, throughout the show, very consistent. Cheryl is inconsistent, but she's funny and has a lot of really good laughs throughout the show. Pam is fairly consistent, but doesn't really change. No one really changes in the show. The one season of Archer that showed great promise was Archer Vice, and it's because the characters changed, all changed slightly, but all learned lessons throughout the series that then added to their character going forward. And then immediately in the next season, it was all reverted back, which bothers me. because I'm just like, they had this great option to go out there and do really wild, crazy stuff, which they then did with like the Dream World season, which again wasn't great, or the sci-fi season, which wasn't awesome, but it was different and it was interesting. And they took these characters and they all still fit their personalities in a unique way, but they could play a little bit more in that arena of like what ifs and what do's and how it goes. So the show's tough to rank. Because overall, like, you can't deny Archer is a compelling lead character. He's funny, he's interesting, but he's also consistently stuck. He's the same character now as he was in season 1, and now it's season 14, 15 or so. So there's a lot there that takes a lot of getting used to, takes a lot of getting to figure out. It's a lot, and there's too much there to really be able to fully comprehend, like, is it a good character or not? Lana starts off as a really good character, but again, her progress is stunted, and she doesn't really get the moments that you want her to have. And there's so much here with all of them. Like, I like Pam, but they don't really have any major plot points that change her as a character. There aren't any plot points that make her more interesting. Even Cyril, when he had this whole moment of great change, they've instantly reverted him back, which is annoying, because I'm just like, they can't even stick to like vague storylines. Like the whole idea of he's supposed to be this like indulging in food, and everyone's just like, oh, and it's like, that hasn't really paid off. There's been no change to his character. There's been nothing that's happened because of it. Ray has every potential to be an interesting character, but they don't do anything with him that doesn't end up with him not being a punching bag, which was fine for a season, but haven't they gone beyond that? Haven't they changed? Like, his only real character trait is that he's gay, but he's not even allowed to be he's not even allowed to be a gay character. He just keeps getting injured. It's like they keep resorting back to the cheapest jokes. It's like they keep resorting back to the things that will always like halt their character progression, and it's frustrating. Like, do I want to keep watching the same characters screw up again and again, having no impact, having no real long-term adjustments or changes or anything? Like Mallory. Mallory's a great character, but the relationship between her and Sterling, it's supposed to be the crux of the series. But it's not. It's just kind of this outlying conflict that doesn't have any real impact on the storyline going forward. And everything is just messy. Nothing feels cohesive. Nothing feels like it's moving towards anything anymore. Like the first couple seasons with The Spy, it felt like things were progressing. Things were growing. And it capped, like, Archer Vice was the best because they did it, and they did it well. And they made it funny and amusing and silly, and they played with it, and they did something unique and interesting and engaging. Now they're not really doing anything, and it's just it's frustrating to watch. It's not even a fun show to watch anymore because it's just the same jokes, but it's not even the same funny jokes. It's the same jokes that haven't worked for 2 seasons now, because they keep insisting the characters are the same. Let your characters grow. Let your characters do things. Let your characters have fun. Oh, frig, this video is just going to be me ranting and raving and being like, I want this show to be good. I want this show to be better than it is. Maybe it should have ended 3-5 seasons ago. It definitely should have ended 3-5 seasons ago. It could have ended after Archer Vice and just been this really contained, content little fun show, and it's not, because it's just sprawled along, and it's grown tenuous and weird and not fun, and Krieger's fine. I don't know what to say. Why did this depress me? Frig. Alright, there's Archer. There's the Archer characters. I guess that's it then. Thank you for watching. My name is Matti McLean. You can find me on problematic streaming platform Spotify at A Canadian in Eurovision. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at The Big Shabam. And finally, if you like what you've seen here and you want to help me out, feel free to like, subscribe. It really does help. And also, if you want to see me do something next, don't be afraid to tell me. Looking forward to hearing from you all soon, and you have a great day now.